What's up, guys? Today we're taking you on an exciting adventure where we might win $50,000
in a surf fishing tournament.
Yeah, we got the truck right.
Loaded.
We got the truck all packed up. We're going up to Satellite Beach, to Mavericks Ace of the Beach big tournament. Going to Mavericks, out of Mavericks Hangar Bar and Grill.
Right.
So,
Ace of the Beach is the name of the tournament.
Yeah, Ace of the Beach is the name of the tournament. It's going to be awesome.
Whiting and Pompano tournament.
Yeah, Whiting and Pompano. So we're hiking up there right now. It's a couple-hour drive. We're going to take you guys to the captain's meeting. We're going to do fishing all day. And then hopefully we're going to win some money. There's a lot of lesser prizes we can win for biggest Pompano and all this kind of stuff. But let's get on the road, Sizzle.
I'm excited. We just got to get there first and meet everybody and all that good stuff.
Let's go.
And buy bait.
And my baby.
Here we go. What you got? Oh my God. The monster.
All right, yeah, we just got out here, guys. Just setting up the rods. We got out here super early. We took a nap on the beach, and we just got the rods out. We got a couple bites, pretty active, and I got a pretty slob whiting. I think this could be a contender in the tournament.
We gotta wade in.
We're gonna wade in.
Let's do it. Nice work. Fish on. All right, gorgeous morning. Sun is finally up, going up fast. Literally been up 3 hours already, but that's okay. Brian got that big whiting. Haha, got sharks. Lots of little sharks around today and a little baby whiting. He got destroyed before I got to the rod. That's crazy. That happened so fast. Gonna show you a little bit about the rig we're using today and how we're gonna catch our winning pompano and whiting. Just jinxed it. Oh well. So we have a surf fishing rig, which I guess it was basically a chicken rig for offshore, except just like downsized for beach fishing, because we're trying to catch those pompano with the smallmouths and the whiting as well. You see we have a swivel up here connecting to our chicken rig for the beach, and we have 2 circle hooks tied on with dropper loops. You can see right here. This is our rig that we call naked, or with no beads or floats on it. We just like to have a multitude of things out there. So we have some with floats, some without floats. And then you can see a little tiny 1/0 circle hook. And we have a piece of fish bites on there already that I cut. And then I already put on this one a fresh sand flea with the fish bites. Fish bites locks it on there so it doesn't fly off during the cast. And then on this one, I'm gonna put a piece of live shrimp. And actually I cut him, but he was just alive a second ago. And we're gonna put that on the rig as well. We already have 2 fish bites on there, so that's probably plenty. And then we're gonna go ahead and cast that out. And then on the bottom here, we have these sinkers, and the name is totally...
Sputnik from the sinker guy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brian. Sputnik. And that's from Chip, the sinker guy. Awesome dude. Check him out. I'll link his information down below. But awesome dude that makes these really cool Sputnik rigs for the beach. And then they lock and anchor into the sand. And then when you reel them up, these break away like that, and then you're able to reel them up and get them out of the sand very easy. So these are awesome for surf fishing, and that's what we're using today. And then we have a 13-foot rod, and we use over-the-bar rods, and that's gonna help us cast it as far as possible. So that is the setup. This one is ready to be sent out.
Oh, these are pretty big. Come on, hopefully it's not a shark. Whiting and a bluefish. Oh, that was crazy. Like every line went off. We got a shark, a cut off, and this little whiting I'm gonna throw back. All right, we were home. We're keeping for chalk bait, for crab bait. Whew. Yeah. All right, 709. Got 2 whiting, 2 sharks, a bluefish.
And had a whiting shark.
And had a whiting shark.
Now we have no rods.
Now I got no rods in the water. I'm exhausted already. I'm already tired.
Oh yeah, there's a fish. Yeah, there's a fish. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Big whiting!
Whoa!
Another big one. Woo! That's a monster. Like he's way out there too. Like we're casting to the strike zone where the pompanos sit. And the big old whitings are out there as well. Nice. He's going in the cooler.
Yeah.
He might weigh scale. Awesome. So wait, and that's the rig, bear rig.
Bear rig.
Yep, no, it just hooks.
That's big for a whiting, man.
Big old whiting. Let's weigh them.
Some people call those kingfish. Is that the fish?
Kingfish?
Yeah. No?
Maybe king something.
Some people call those kingfish.
Yeah, you can look it up. All right, now we gotta do our little video
Yeah, show you how
for
to
the
do
tournament.
This. So what you gotta do is, I'll take it. So you put the fish on there with the number. See the number on our hand. And approximately how big he is, just so they know you caught the fish. And then he's supposed to do a 360.
And do it while he's alive.
That's what you're gonna do. So I can do it on my phone now.
Yep. Got a fish on.
What?
I think we got a fish on. Over the bar, 13-foot rod, getting us to where the fish are. Pump. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. No.
Jack?
Jack. Jack was keeping himself in that surf just like a pompano does. But he's a little stronger than a pompano. All right, another species. Doesn't count though. Look at that. Both these rods just went right back out and we got hits on them.
I'm gonna get he bit it like when he left it right here, so draw him close.
Gotta get a bait closer for the whiting.
I'm gonna put a bait close.
For the whiting.
For the drum.
And the big whiting, yeah. Let's do it. Don't pull them off. Real Randall. Oh, woo!
Coming in.
What you got? What you got?
I don't know.
Oh, you're over the top of the other line? You're over the top of the other line? Come back. Hold on, let me drop it. Hold on. Hold on, you have it reeled through the tip. Looks like it was wrapped twice. Oh, god damn. Yeah, he wrapped it twice. All right. This way. Okay. What? Oh, sorry. What you got?
My lines got tangled.
Another bonnethead. Not a hammerhead, bonnethead.
He's a member of the
Hammerhead family.
hammerhead family, but he's not a greater hammerhead. He's a bonnet head hammerhead.
That's a big one.
He's a big one.
Not as big as they get.
All right, get it out.
All right, gotta get pliers.
Pretty loose, it's almost out. I'm the Shark Whisperer.
Anything else to say?
What?
Anything else to say?
Nothing else to say. You're having a great time at the Mavericks Hangar Bar and Grill Ace of the Beach tournament featuring Captain B's surf charters. Having a great time. We also had a great time at the captain's meeting last night. Everyone was there. We had Darcy played with the largest flea rake in the history of the world. And here we are back at the house.
We got our only pompano. Woohoo! And we got the whiting in the cooler.
Yeah. So, you know, we actually caught a bunch of fish.
We did.
You know, we caught like a bunch of bluefish, a bunch of whiting, threw some whiting back, which we could have ate, but, you know, we're trying to get in the tournament.
Yes.
And
our whiting weighed just under a pound, but they were within 0.4 of a pound of us actually placing on the leaderboard.
yeah, so we're close.
We were very close.
Yeah.
I think there was quite a few people that were very close, but we were probably on the leaderboard for like 5 seconds before another fish got bigger than ours.
Yeah, that's okay.
And didn't you just say that 50,000 you could win?
Yeah, so there was 10,000 in prizes for, you know, first through fifth for the biggest whiting or pompano.
Correct.
And then it was a 50,000 prize if you caught the Florida record fish during the tournament,
Yes.
which no one claimed, but
Yes.
we could have won
And
50,000.
The craziest thing is the biggest pompano was like 4.5 pounds on the
Yeah.
leaderboard. And that guy, that was his first ever pompano he caught. Like, could you believe
Yeah.
that? Like, if I,
Right.
like, that's never happened to me. Catch like
Right.
a giant fish, your first pompano, and you win the entire tournament. Pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Awesome.
But we wanted to give a special thanks and thank you to Captain B's Surf Fishing Charters for inviting us up there. We had a great time with everybody. Captain B worked really hard. And check him out if you're in the Satellite Beach area and you want to go surf fishing.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to clean our fish. Here we
Okay.
go. So with the pumps, I know a lot of people, especially fishmongers, like to just knock the head off. I'm just going to do it with my method because this is what works for me. You cut all the way to the nose or basically to the mouth of the pompano. They have a lot of meat on their body. And I talked to you guys asked me a lot about what my favorite fish are. This guy's definitely in the top 3 or top 5 for sure. It's just like a delicious fish with a lot of extra oils in it. It's delicious. I love it. It's just super special. And that's why they're so freaking expensive in the stores too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ways. I was jumping here with the cooking with pudding kind of portion. There's a bunch of ways you can cook this fish. You know, you can actually eat it as sushi, which we've done. I mean, I just love it. This fish. It's so good. It's one of those fish you can just salt and pepper and butter in a pan, and it'll be freaking delicious.
Excellent.
You know what I mean?
Like excellent.
So you can do that, and then just a million other things. And we'll put some recipes down in the description. But we also have the pudding, cooking with pudding, or the Sizzle Offshore cookbook. Available on the website, really cheap e-version of that.
E-cookbook.
The e-cookbook, so it has how to cook every fish we've ever caught in Florida.
Oh,
And we also caught actually also caught the first drum.
Of the year.
It was a small drum. No, the first drum from the surf.
Oh, you're right, you're right,
We've never
you're right.
caught a drum from
You're
the
right.
surf, so that was
I totally
exciting.
messed that head cut up a little bit. I don't catch enough pompano here, but I got it now.
This is the first one she's played in a couple months, so.
Longer than that.
Yeah.
Longer than that. But yeah, the head, it has like a sharp bone in it, and then it's really easy to cut through the rib cage bones like I just did. Try to go over
That's
it again.
okay.
But yeah,
Now, we didn't bleed the
pomps
fish.
are
We saw
hard.
that blood in there.
Yes.
Because we wanted to get the most weight if we had to weigh it.
Right. So we did not bleed them, and you can see that blood is coming through, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Still going to be excellent either way.
And with the whiting, it's similar to a croaker, but and you can cook that a ton of different ways too. Of course, they're delicious. We like to make little sandwiches out of them. You're really just going to get a fillet out of that.
Cat, come here.
About the size of a.
There's this cat,
About the
dude,
size of a
guys.
crappie.
Get ready. Watch with the GoPro. This cat, he loves fish. He's not dumb. Come here, little kitty. I call him Bell Cat because he literally has a bell on. He's somebody else's kitty. Actually, let me cut it in half. Might be a little. He's meowing. Here you go. You want some pompano? Ooh, he's a pretty cat. You can see he's like very. He's not feral. Somebody's kitty, but he's been around for for a year now, and I feed him fish. And he's around every single day. So he got a little bit of pompano too. How about that? I'm not what do you call stingy. I share with the cats too.
Sharing is caring around here.
Sharing is caring, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. You guys always ask, what do you guys do with all those fish? We give it to the cat.
Feed it to the cat.
No, give it to the neighbors.
Give
The
it to the
neighbors,
neighbors.
the AC guy, the car guy.
Yes.
The guy that watches the bunny rabbit when we're not home.
Right. All right, now we're skinning it, which you could easily leave the skin on because the skin is edible. Oof.
Should have done that because you're a kook.
I just cooked that really bad. All right, I'm gonna try one more time on the back side. This is usually how you correct it, but I just cut through the skin.
You're too bad, too worried about that cat.
No, I was not cleaning fish and feeding a cat at the same time. Here we go.
Yeah, you just cook this fish with the skin on. It's too much of a pain to get it off. And then if you cook it, it'll just peel right off if you don't want to eat it. But you can eat it. This is one of those species where it doesn't really, it has scales, but they're like so tiny you can't even notice them.
Right. So you kind of like leave your knife up. You don't even point downward because the skin is so easy to cut through. So I'm doing a really weird hack job right now, but it's
You were
gonna
hacking
work.
that fish.
Dude, man, I haven't cleaned one of these in a while. I apologize. It's my one and only pompano. I didn't even get to practice. Now you guys know I practice.
We need to practice with one fish before we get to filming the fish.
Dude, I fixed it.
There you go. You did a good job.
Ta-da!
Perfect, perfect.
So you see, I ripped through it right here on both sides, and then I turned it around and went on the other side, and it looked very awkward. But we got it done. Nice work.
Yeah, so we also want to thank Mavericks Hangar Bar and Grill, which has a lot of events.
Yes.
And Captain B, he puts a lot of events up there like meet and greets. So if you're in Central Florida area, Central East or whatever.
Captain B's a bomb.
Yeah, we meet so many nice people we know up there. And thanks so much for everyone we met. And we've seen 2 or 3 times now on the beach and everything. It's just great.
Yeah, it's a really cool community, the surf fishing community. I mean, everybody's part of the fishing community,
Super nice.
but I don't know, something about the surf fishing people, like they travel all over the place
Yeah.
and they love their little beach carts and all that cool stuff.
Yeah, beach are cool.
People that don't have boats and they're out there all the time, man. They're out there all the time.
And we stayed, we all stayed at the Melbourne Beach Resort. I'll
Yes.
put the name right here.
Gorgeous.
But, unfortunately, we didn't get to stay there too long, but it was right on the ocean. Like, instead of a white noise machine, you could hear the ocean breaking. So it was super nice.
Yeah.
So check that out if you're in the Melbourne area to sleep over.
Yep.
So they put us up in there. That was super awesome too.
Okie dokie, so this
All right.
fish is cleaned up. I don't know where the cat went. This fish is cleaned up. We're gonna do the other side, same exact deal. You can see we did a pretty good job. We got everything off. So yeah, that's it. That's how you clean a pompano. Get out there and catch them. Here comes the season, especially on this coast of Florida and in the Panhandle area. Just go to your local tackle shop, ask them, they'll help you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us on today's $50,000 adventure.
Yeah.
That we failed. It's all good. Until our next adventure, follow your dreams and keep on catching. Ba-boom.